Jeremy Corbyn has waded into discussions about the war in Ukraine, saying Britain should stop pouring arms into the besieged country. The ex-Labour leader said it will only prolong and exaggerate the conflict, which could go on for years and years. The UK has been one of President Zelensky's biggest backers, sending millions of pounds worth of military aid to Ukraine. Zelensky thanked Boris Johnson for his support, but Corbyn said world leaders should be focusing on peace.
What I find disappointing is that hardly any of the world's leaders use the word peace. They always use the language of more war and more bellicose war. Ukrainians are dying. Ukrainians have gone into exile, thousands and thousands. And Russian soldiers are dying, conscripted young Russian soldiers are dying. This war is disastrous.
Jeremy Corbyn, completely right, I'm afraid, people. He is completely correct. Look, we are not sending weapons or troops, even, to Ukraine in a bid to actually beat Russia. What we're doing is sending them weapons so they can try and defend themselves and fight the war themselves. If we really wanted to win this war, we would send all our troops over, we would have everything we could over there, and we would destroy Russia in a heartbeat, in an instant. That's not what's going on. We are just, by sending them weapons, we are prolonging the war.
You are very misguided.
No, by sending
idea
by sending them weapons, we are letting them defend themselves, but ultimately, Russians are dying, Ukrainians are dying. What they should be going for first is diplomacy and peace talks.
Absolutely not. Putin is a warmonger. The fact is we're supporting these people. They're not in NATO. We cannot go in. It would be seen to be offensive. But also, there are real people's lives here. And actually, that is not the right strategy. And actually, that shows, when you think Corbyn can't get any crazier, he just does. No. And it shows why he should never be Prime Minister.
I was just about to say, that absolutely illustrates, but I'm so exasperated. How can you even consider, JJ, how can you even consider that anything that comes out of that man's mouth can even be palatable?
The thing is, he's always said he's a pacifist.
Yes, but there's nothing wrong with peace.
And the point is, therefore, we shouldn't be surprised by what he's saying, is what I was going to say.
Should I just calm down?
Calm down. This is what he was always going to say, that, surely. And at some stage, there will have to be peace negotiations, but there's a while between then and now, and Russia was the aggressor. And if you're saying sue for peace and therefore allow Russia to keep all that extra land and to keep all those and to annex all those, then you're giving every single strongman dictator who wants to go and grab land.
President Putin is not a guy that is going to go peaceful if you present him with a bunch of daffodils. It's just not going to work, unfortunately. Now, where I would say that Corbyn may have a point is what happened in Syria. And as we know, that went on for years and years and years. But the reason wasn't because we didn't act nice and, go in and negotiate for peace. The reason was we didn't go in harder, and we should have done. And arguably, we should be doing more at this point, but certainly not doing less.
Can I ask, though, should we not have learnt the lesson? You see, the thing is where you perhaps are forgetting is that Crimea happened and Putin aggressed and we did nothing. We didn't read the room. We didn't give the help that we were asked to give. And we allowed this situation because we were distracted by our own things. And look what happened. So, in fact, we should have been stronger then. And the reason that we're being strong now is because unless or until we demonstrate that this is not going to be accepted.
This is part of my point. This is part of my point. I understand what you're saying. They're not in NATO. However, the UK is not privy to keeping all its promises and treaties. If you want to stop the war, go to Russia and destroy Russia. That's it. But continuing to send weapons to the Ukraine Corbyn is not incorrect in what he's saying. This will prolong it longer and longer.
No, the point is here to starve Putin. The whole point is to disrupt all the lines of supplies. We've seen that happening today. The point is that you have to play Putin at his own game, and he won't listen to anything other than force. This is a man who is not well.
And do you think we're using enough force to stop him?
I
don't think we are.
You're forgetting the fact that sanctions are biting there. Because
exactly.
And so it is a double-pronged.
I think we'd love to do more. It's just that we don't actually want World War III.
Yeah.
Well, then, again, I say, Corbyn is not wrong in what he's saying. You can all disagree with me, but...
Yes, it is.